May the peace of this moment gently wrap around your heart. Today I want to welcome you with calm, tender words, like someone opening a window to let the morning light in. Maybe you woke up with your mind racing, remembering things you didn't want to remember, revisiting scenes you wish you could forget. Isn't it incredible how thoughts sometimes seem to have a life of their own? They arrive without permission, take up space, change our mood, and influence our entire day. And a single negative thought is often enough to make everything inside us feel tangled. But let me ask you something. With all gentleness, how many of the things worrying you today truly deserve so much power? How many of them are just passing shadows, fears without foundation, doubts that look bigger than they really are? And how many times have you been surprised to realize that something that felt heavy was not the end of the story after all? Before we continue, receive a spiritual embrace from this space we're creating together. And if somehow this message is bringing light to your morning, I want to lovingly ask you to walk with us each day. Consider following this channel and activating notifications so that the soft presence of God may visit your heart whenever you need a place of refuge. We do this with love, to remind you that you never face anything alone. Take a slow, deep breath. Close your eyes. Feel your breathing bring you back to the present moment. You don't need to carry every burden on your own. God knows every battle in your mind, the loud ones and the silent ones. He knows the thoughts that hurt you, the ones that show up when no one is watching, the ones that try to steal your peace when all you wanted was a little rest. There is a beautiful spiritual truth that says God whispers to our hearts even when everything inside us feels confused. He doesn't pull away when the mind gets lost. On the contrary, He draws near. He teaches us to filter our thoughts, to keep only what uplifts, what heals, what brings us closer to Him. And that is why we're here today. To ask Him to remove every dark thought from your mind and preserve only those that bring light. Set these next minutes aside as a gift to yourself, a small altar of calm within your day. And now, as we move toward a moment of prayer, allow each word to find a place inside your soul. Lord, I come before you with humility and trust. I recognize your presence surrounding me, even when my thoughts try to pull me away from peace. Thank you for the people I love, for those who walk beside me, for those you placed in my life as signs of care. Today, I ask you, cleanse my mind of every thought that is not from you. Calm my fears, God. Warm my heart when insecurity tries to chill it. Remove from me the memories that wound, the words that left scars, the imagined scenarios that make me suffer long before anything happens. Make light everything that feels heavy. Teach me to be an instrument of peace even when my mind wants to react with anxiety. Teach me to choose thoughts that lift up and not tear down. Teach me to look at life with a trusting heart, not a desperate soul. Father, guard my mind like a garden. Let no destructive thought take root. Let no emotional lie find shelter. Let no internal criticism paralyze me. Plant in me seeds of serenity, courage, and wisdom. May my thoughts reflect your care. May my silence carry discernment, and may my actions reveal love. And as I walk through this day, guide my steps so I don't lose myself within myself. Help me distinguish truth from fear. What is yours from what is confusion? What is peace from what is storm? Now hold this reflection close to your heart. The thought I choose to nurture is the thought that shapes my day. When we embrace this truth, we understand that we can become gardeners of the mind, pruning what suffocates, nurturing what flourishes. God gives us strength for this. He reminds us that we are not prisoners of our thoughts. We are guided by Him to think with purpose, maturity, and faith. When we allow God to reorganize our thoughts, something extraordinary begins to take shape within us. It is as if He restores order where there was chaos, brings light where shadows once lived, and reveals direction where everything felt uncertain. Perhaps in these past days, your mind has been running faster than your heart could keep up. Perhaps you felt trapped in loops of repetitive worries, imagining scenes that haven't happened, fearing outcomes you cannot predict. The truth is that all of us, at some point, face this silent internal storm. But there is a spiritual secret that changes everything: the understanding that you are not alone in the construction of your inner world. God walks with you not only through external events, but through the delicate corridors of your mind. He is with you when you smile, but also when you try to hide your exhaustion. He sees when your thoughts drift to painful places, to memories that drain you, to inner voices that diminish your worth. And he draws near, offering healing. You may wonder, why does my mind try to sabotage me? Why do certain thoughts return with so much force, especially when I am weak? These questions are not signs of spiritual failure. They are part of being human. The mind is sensitive. It stores everything: what we lived, heard, feared, desired, and what marked us deeply. And sometimes it tries to protect us in confused ways, bringing back painful memories or creating anxious expectations. But God does not leave us prisoners of this confusion. With patience and tenderness, He teaches us to look inward with compassion. He reminds us that thoughts are not invincible enemies, they are visitors. And with Him, we learn to decide who stays and who must leave. Take another slow, deep breath. God is here. He is calming what once felt restless. He is illuminating what once felt dark. He is restoring what you thought could never be organized again. Because when we pray, Lord, remove the harmful thoughts from my mind and keep only the good ones, we are not asking for something small. We are asking for transformation, for renewal of the soul, for spiritual maturity. And He always answers, always. Now allow this prayer to rest gently over your mind. Beloved God, continue your silent work within me. I recognize that many times my thoughts wander into worries that do not build me up, into premature conclusions, into old wounds that insist on returning. Today I surrender every corner of my mind to you once again. I ask you to breathe over me a peace that does not depend on circumstances. Purify my thoughts, Lord. Lift from me the burden of excessive self-criticism. Free me from comparison that steals my joy. Remove every thought that diminishes me, paralyzes me, or blinds me to the value you placed inside me. Let no fear direct my steps. Let no pessimism define my pace. Let no painful memory dictate who I am. Teach me to think with love. Teach me to think with hope. Teach me to think with clarity, without exaggeration, without imagining disasters, without reliving wounds you have already healed. May every thought that remains in me be a reflection of your goodness. May I be someone who pauses before reacting, someone who seeks peace before seeking victory, someone who spreads calm even when life feels tight. Transform my mind, Father. Reorder my thoughts. Straighten my inner paths. Make light what once felt heavy. Make clear what once felt confusing. And above all, guard my heart so I never forget that it is you who directs my story, not my fears. Now hold this spiritual truth. When my thoughts align with God, my soul finds rest. This truth is profound. Many times we feel exhausted not because of what we live, but because of what we think. The mind tires long before the body does. But when we allow God to participate in the architecture of our thoughts, anxiety slowly dissolves. Not because everything changes outwardly, but because something is restored inwardly. Peace does not depend on environment. It depends on presence. And His presence is with you now. From this awareness, we can step even deeper, understanding how renewed thoughts also influence how we handle people, conflicts, expectations, feelings, and decisions. When the mind is restored by Akain, the heart matures. And when the heart matures, our relationships begin to flourish. When the mind finds its way back to peace, the heart begins to breathe differently. Can you feel that? Little by little, everything inside you gains more space, more clarity, more gentleness. That internal pressure you used to feel no longer seems as strong. The fear that once returned again and again begins to lose its grip. The feeling that you had to control everything slowly fades away. This is how God works. He heals from the inside out, beginning with your thoughts, reaching your emotions, and restoring your soul. And perhaps today, what you need most is not a change in your circumstances, but a delicate adjustment within your own mind. Sometimes we search for external solutions when what we truly need is inner reorganization. God knows this. He knows the confusion you try to hide, the exhaustion you avoid admitting, the insecurity you pretend not to feel. And even then, He loves you deeply, with a love that does not demand perfection, only surrender. Think with me. How many times have you punished yourself for thoughts you didn't even choose to have? How many times did you believe that a negative thought meant you were weak? But thoughts do not define who you are. They simply pass through. Some stay because you unintentionally feed them. Others fade when you learn to let go. Spiritual maturity begins when we understand that a thought is not a sentence, it is a choice. And today, God is here to help you choose peace. Now open yourself gently to this prayer, letting each word rest over your mind, your heart, and even your memories. Beloved Lord, I return to you now with an open heart. I acknowledge that many of the battles I face are fought within my own mind, and so I come to you sincerely asking, heal my thoughts, remove everything that takes me off balance, everything that weakens my courage, everything that clouds my faith. Restore, Father, the internal places where I feel broken. Quiet the thoughts that make me doubt my worth. Silence the inner voices that try to convince me that I am not enough. Fill my mind with your light. Fill my heart with your patience. Fill my emotions with your gentleness. May my thoughts bring life. May my words carry care. May my actions reflect who you are to me. Lord, rebuild what has been damaged by old pain. Reorganize what has been misaligned by excessive worry. Free me from memories that still hurt and from expectations that weigh too heavily on my shoulders. I surrender to you every thought that saddens me, every idea that confuses me, every imagined scene my mind creates out of fear. From this moment forward, guide my reasoning, guard my imagination, protect my emotions. Teach me to think with kindness, to decide with peace, and to act with wisdom. May your love become the filter of my thoughts. May your peace become the filter of my emotions. May your light become the filter of everything that passes through my heart. And now, Lord, I pray for emotional healing, not only for myself, but for everyone who carries silent pain. Restore homes that lost communication. Bring hearts closer where distance has grown. Bring reconciliation where coldness exists. Understanding where pride has taken space. Serenity where conflict has settled. Make all things new, including our thoughts, so we may live fully what you dream for us. Before we move on, let me share with you today's reflection phrase. When God reaches my thoughts, my heart learns to rest. This truth is profound, because many times we look for rest in the wrong place, in external quietness, in the absence of problems, in changes we hope will happen outside of us. But true rest comes from inner transformation. When God touches our thoughts, when He calms the mental storm, the heart finally feels free to breathe, to trust, to move forward. And that is why I want to remind you of something essential. You deserve rest, not only physical rest, but emotional and spiritual rest. You deserve a lighter mind, gentler feelings, softer days, and God is ready to help you live this, one thought at a time. Now, with all gentleness, I invite you to interact spiritually with this message. If this prayer spoke to your heart, share a word of faith in the comments, something that might brighten someone else's day. And if you wish to walk with us every day, consider subscribing and activating notifications. We are here to accompany you with love and care, And now receive this final prayer with tenderness. Dear God, may your healing reach every person praying with me right now. Restore tired emotions, strengthen weary hearts, renew the hope of those who have felt close to giving up. Bless families, draw near those who have drifted apart, heal wounds time was not able to heal. Give us wisdom when we speak, gentleness when we act, and discernment when choosing thoughts that uplift. May this day be marked by peace, deep, soft, and lasting. Guide us tenderly, guard our minds, and sustain our hearts. May we continue our journey with lightness, aware that you walk beside us, caring for everything we do not yet understand. And as we close this sacred moment, we hold on to this truth. God is in every thought we choose to cultivate, and in every step we take in faith. May His light accompany you, His peace surround you, and His love sustain you today and always. Amen.